Greetings, friends. Oz here from planetOZ, and as you can see, I am beaming at you from a breezy rooftop. Sorry about the camera shaking like that, but I just thought it'd be a nice change of pace to get a little scenery here with the glorious downtown Los Angeles, instead of it always being my face and my drawings. Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know. Might be on the hot side if one chose to see it that way, but I think it's real nice. So up here shooting a planetOZ film, asking the question, do prodigies prove reincarnation? Do prodigies prove reincarnation? I think it's an interesting question. Reincarnation, of course, we don't know that this is true. We don't know that this is the model. We don't know if this is the answer. But many do believe that it's true. And so if it is, if there's something permanent about us that is perpetual from one lifetime to the next, then there's another interesting question, and wondering, what are the aspects that are, I guess, transient, temporary? What are the aspects that are of this moment right now, and what are the ones that are part of that permanence? And so anyway, yeah, so if there is that permanence, and you would say, well, a musical inclination getting closer and closer to, say, whatever is the closest thing to the piano that exists in whatever cultures, whatever times, on whatever planets, wherever this particular being is, wherever they are, whatever is the closest thing to the piano is that thing which has been attracting them over lifetime after lifetime. And then if you compound that with the idea that these lifetimes might be happening more than one time through, in a particular realm where the piano is the same over a very long period of time, where the person is actually honing the dexterity with that and improving their talents and all of that. So if something like playing the piano is a part of our permanence, then it just instantly and easily explains the prodigy. Then, of course, I guess if reincarnation is not the explanation for the prodigy, then there would be other explanations about, I'm not sure, probably there's some sort of environmental, genetic, maybe even genetic memory idea to explain it otherwise. But for the purpose of this conversation here, I'm just rolling with the reincarnation idea. And I think what's really kind of I don't know, what's inspiring, what I think is the value in thinking about it at all and considering if it might be true, is that it's kind of like playing a video game, I guess, where your character has all of these different stats, and at first you're going to decide whether they're fast and they've got a lot of dexterity, or whether you want them to be strong and be able to carry a bunch of stuff and be able to fight and survive. And so you're picking all of these different stats. But if it's a game that you really love playing, and if it doesn't otherwise stop you from doing so, you might say to yourself, I love this game so much, and I'm going to play this game for so long that I am going to level up every single one of these stats to its max. So the specific decisions about which stats you're leveling up and which ones you aren't, those might be important early on, but as time goes on, it's less and less about what is really important and more about what is the thing that is particularly amusing to you to pursue at that exact moment. And so that ends up being the thing that you pursue in the video game. And this film is suggesting that that might also be those things that you pursue in life when life might be for you in an eternal sense. It might be an endless game of just leveling up those specific things as you want, when you want. And if this is all true, we would still be left with the question of what exactly are those things that are the permanent and eternal things that are, that you can take it with you. You are taking it with you, so to speak, versus what are the things that are the transient things we're leaving behind. I think that would be a fun topic for another video. This whole thing does present that question. But if, let's just say, because of Prodigies, we were to conclude that, well, the Prodigy has enough resonance of truth that it might say that there is reincarnation, and if there is, probably playing the piano is something that we can take with us, so to speak. The more things that we can conclude fit into that category, taking it with us, at least in concept, at least the aspect of what it is, it kind of then just goes to say that any old dog can keep learning tricks. That when we are old dogs, or to whatever extent we think of ourselves as an old dog, we should never shy away from the new tricks, from learning something new. It's an endless process, and it should be, and it's great in that way. So if we measure it just by terms of our ego body, if we measure it just in terms of that timeline and what that is and when that time is up, then we would end up giving up on a lot of things and giving up on more and more and more things until we've given up on everything, because what would be the point? We would imagine that we're not taking anything with us, and so why invest further in anything? Just keep ceasing to invest until there's nothing left to invest in, and I guess that's the end. But they do say that one of the things that people do as they get older that keeps memory issues at bay and keeps their minds healthy and sharp is just having new interests and new challenges and continuing to puzzle and challenge themselves and grow, almost as if the act of expanding consciousness were working as a wellness thing within the brain and mind of the particular individual. I don't know how it works, but people do say if one continues to have interests in variety and stimulation, then they can keep these things at bay. This also kind of resonates with this idea of the prodigy being an aspect of reincarnation, because it just kind of suggests that so long as the true purpose is continuing to happen, the true reason, the expansion of consciousness, that kind of personal growth, self-growth, but the eternal self, as long as that is going on, then it would make sense to maintain the physical vehicle, so to speak. But once those things are abandoned, once it's decided that why learn anything new, I'm an old dog, too old for that new trick, as long as that is the mentality, then it would seem like the physical vessel would kind of stop existing as a manifestation of ceasing to expand in that way. So, yeah, taking all that together in aggregate, I guess what I'm saying is you're never too old to start if you, I guess, take what is positive. You know, sometimes I think if you can't know an answer because it's going to be unknowable in some sense, then it's like, what do you do except choose which one you like better? And if one of them has a positive aspect for you to focus on, why wouldn't you just go ahead and take that? So the way I would look at this would be just to say that learning something new as I get older, why not see that as something I'm investing in with myself in the grand eternal sense, and enjoy it for what it is, and not chain it to the specific life I'm living now, or this particular place and time, but just, I don't know, part of the eternal journey. Seen that way, all of us would continue following extremely stimulating pursuits, as stimulating as we could possibly keep up with far into old age. And so, yeah, I don't know. Do prodigies prove reincarnation? That's the question.